Hello. So I'm going to show you real quick how to make a line of linear regression on TI-84. All right, so first thing we're going to do is from the home screen, we're right here. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and hit the mode key. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down to this section called Stat Diagnostics, the third from the bottom. And we're going to make sure that that is on. If it's off, put it to the on and highlight it and hit enter. Now we're going to go back to the home screen by hitting second and mode, and that quits out of where we were. So what we want to do is we want to put this data into the calculator and get a linear regression equation and a correlation coefficient. The correlation coefficient tells you how strong the relationship is. Okay, so if it's 0, that means there's no correlation. If you're at -5, it's a weak negative correlation. Positive 0.5 is a weak positive correlation. A 1 is a strong positive correlation, and a -1 is a strong negative correlation. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit the stat button and then choose edit. So you see I have numbers in L1 and L2, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to highlight L1 and I'm going to hit clear and then enter. And then I'm going to go up to L2, do the same thing, hit clear and then enter. And I'm going to put in all the numbers in L1, which is 1, 0, 3, 1.5, 2.75, 1.5, and 2. And we go over L2 and put those numbers in 78, 75, 90, 89, 97, 85, 81, and 80. Okay, so now we have the data entered in, and now we want to get the equation. All right, so we're going to hit stat again. This time we're going to go over to calc. We're going to go over to linear regression, ax plus b. We want to leave L1 and L2. We don't want to do anything there. Where it says store regression equation, we hit vars, go over to yvars, function y1, and then we go down to calculate. So what that gives us now, it gives us our slope of our regression equation, our y-intercept, r squared, and r. R is our correlation coefficient. So let's round to the nearest hundredth. And so we'll write that our regression equation is y equals 5.43x plus 76.4. Our correlation coefficient is roughly 0.786. And this is kind of in between, in the middle between 0.5 and 1. So this is kind of an in between. We'll say kind of strong, positive correlation. That says kind of strong positive correlation, which we'll put there because that's where the answer is supposed to go. And then using the linear regression equation, predict a student's test score if they study for 4 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to y equals, and you notice now got the equations there. Make sure that plot 1 is highlighted. And what we're going to do is we're going to press zoom, and we're going to go down to number 9, which is stat. Hit that, and then you'll see the data. You'll see the scatter plot with the line going through it. You'll notice that again, this is it's not really strong because the points are not right on the line, but it's also not really weak because they're not scattered that far out. So it's strong-ish. Let's go to the table, and then we'll look for 4 hours. And at 4 hours, it's about we're looking at about a score on the test of 98, which is pretty darn good. That's a pretty good score. And you can do the scatter plot on your own. I have faith that you can do that. All right, and that is how we get a regression equation off the calculator. Watch this video as many times as you need to refresh your memory. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.